In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating the seated neutral grip lat pull down. This targets the latissimus dorsi muscle, which is the biggest wing-shaped muscle of the back, as well as the muscles of the biceps and other upper mid-back muscles as well. The neutral grip enables you to grip the handles in such a way that the forearms are in closer to the body, with the inside of the arms and hands facing in towards your torso. So what I'm going to do right now is get onto the machine and show you the setup and just go through a couple of the key details. Here we go. Okay, so first thing I want to do is make sure I'm nicely locked into the machine. So I'm going to adjust the thigh pad, if you like, to make sure it's firmly pressed down onto the top of my thighs. What I also like to do is, with my shins vertical, actually push the balls of my feet into the floor and lift my heels up and try and actively drive my knees upwards into the pads. And that just helps me feel a little bit more locked in and prevents any sort of unwanted movement wiggling through the lower body. So it allows me to focus a little bit more on creating tension through my back and my arms and my upper body muscles. I'm going to take my grip now. You'll notice that I'm using that neutral grip we talked about. So the inside of my arms and my hands are facing in towards my torso. And you'll notice at the moment my torso is fully stretched with my arms stretched overhead, and my shoulders are up by my ears at the moment. My head is between my arms, so the inside of my arms are covering my ears. To initiate the first rep, I'm going to focus on leaning back just a tiny bit. I'm going to focus on pulling my shoulders down away from my ears and trying to actively lift my chest up towards the pulley. I'm going to pull down through the elbows tracking in front of my body, try and get them as low as I can with the intention of trying to dig my elbows into my back pockets. And then I'm going to slowly control the ascent, letting the arms fully stretch again overhead. And then right at the very top of the movement, when there's still tension on my back, I'm finally going to let my shoulders relax and let my torso come through between my arms. So my back and shoulders are fully stretched. And then we just repeat that for the required repetition. So again, slight lean back, shoulders down, chest is up, pull through the elbows down into the back pockets, and then focus on keeping the shoulders locked down for as long as possible during the ascent, nice and controlled. Let the arms fully stretch, and then finally letting the shoulders come up and the torso come through between the arms. I'd recommend choosing a load for this that challenges you somewhere in the wider 8 to 15 repetition range, and I would go through around about 2 to 4 hard working sets of this exercise, resting about 2 to 3 minutes between sets, or as long as you feel you need to be recovered enough to perform your subsequent sets with the same level of focus and quality of technique. So the main thing is that technique stays consistent, so you want to work through a standardized full range of motion as much as possible, and you want there to be not too much drop off in terms of repetition strength towards your latter sets. A drop off of 1 or 2 reps towards a latter 1 or 2 sets is to be expected, but we want to try and keep that drop off to a minimum, so make sure you're fully recovered between the sets.